Okay guys, welcome to IEC Academy, and this training is about present perfect. Today I want to discuss how to teach present perfect using your verb list. So everybody should have gotten this verb list book, and on page 11 you will have the irregular verbs. I usually start with irregular verbs to talk about present perfect. Not particular reason, it's just I like irregular verbs. So go to your page 11 on the irregular verbs, and there you will have, of course, 4 columns: the present, the past, and the past participle. You also have the Spanish version of the verb. So for this particular tense, focus on the past participle, which is the last column to the right. Even though you're going to be teaching the 3 forms, present, past, and past participle, during your sessions, you're going to focus on the past participle for the example. So, for example, the first verb that we have is despertar, awake, awoke, awoken. So, you know, in your steps, you all got a paper like this with the steps. Based on what the steps says, it says read the verb first out loud. So, awake, awoke, awoken. Imagine you have your class, and then they repeat it, right? If you have 10 people in your class, well, 10 people should be repeating the 3 verbs: awake, awoke, awoken. But when it comes to give an example, that's where you're going to focus on the past participle. Even though you already presented the verb in present, awake, in past, awoke, and in past participle, awoken, for the example, you're going to focus on the past participle. So I would say an example for the first verb would be, I have awoken at 7 a.m. all week. Right? So that way you have the verb awoken in your example with the auxiliary verb that in this case is have. And you know that for present perfect tense, you always need to have the have or has for the third person. So I would say focus on these type of examples where you illustrate or you show the auxiliary verb next to the past participle form of the verb, and do that with all the verbs that you're going to be teaching that day. That way they can see how the past participle is used in every one of your examples using have, or you can also do it with has. For example, if you say he has, right? He has awoken at, let's change the time, 9 a.m. every day, right? It's a little bit different example, but it's the same idea. Every day. All right, so I don't know if this video shows the right, direction of the example, but if not, just imagine the first one says, I have awoken at 7 a.m. all week, or third person, he has awoken at 9 a.m. every day. And here we have the has and the same past participle of the verb, awoken. So visually, the students can see the actual verb awoken in your examples, and they see it next to the auxiliary verb have or the auxiliary verb has in case you are teaching third person. All right, guys, hopefully this helps in your classroom, and I wish you the best luck.